once heard track bicycle racing described as a fringe sport of a fringe sport, but it always wasn't that way. In the late 19th century and the early 20th century, track bicycle racing was the most popular sport in this country and in the world. One of the most popular racers was a fellow by the name of Major Taylor, Marshall Taylor, whose sister lived in Pittsburgh until she died in 2005. Marshall was the son of freed slaves from Kentucky, happened to migrate to Indianapolis and take up track bicycle racing in his early teens. Who would have known, who would have thought that he'd be the most popular sports figure in that era in the world? A velodrome is a fast track bicycle racing stadium. Our track, Island 200, is the second indoor facility in the United States of America. Ours will be 200 meters in length, about 20 feet wide, with 45-degree banking in the turns and 13-degree banking in the straights. One of my many passions in life, probably my most basic passion, is to build things. I am really a true community organizer, a builder. And what I see happening here with Island 200 and my aluminum manufacturing plant behind you is the ability to have the basics of a community, whether it's industry or recreation or residential, we all can exist together. This truly is community building. As the second indoor facility, bicycle racing facility in the United States, Neville Island and the Island 200 have the opportunity to host many types of events, from 6-day type racing from Northern Europe, from Holland, from Germany, from Brazil, from Berlin, bringing those riders over here to this country, to this facility, to have them share with what they do with people from the United States. It's a tremendous opportunity. Island 200 Velodrome, Indoor Velodrome, has the capacity to hold all types of events, from trade shows, corporate events, to concerts, musical concerts, to stage concerts or stage events. With our seating capacity, our lighting capacity, our sound system, our fiber optic capacity, we offer the community so much. Whether it's bicycle racing, whether it's concerts, whether it's trade shows, our activities here can be shared with the world. I'm standing in what is to be the tunnel that allows the riders to proceed from their changing area, from the locker rooms, from where their bikes are stored, to the center infield of the track. This allows the riders to go under the track rather than over the track. Guests of the velodrome who want to see the racing from the inside rather than the outside of the track, it affords a spectacular view of the racers, a much closer perspective of the racers. A great way for people to come to the infield, to see the riders, to see the racing, to intermix with the racers, to just get a different feel for the race altogether, as well as coming for concerts or other shows that we may have on the infield. Allows people to get into the center, which is about 13,000 square feet of space. This building has been here for about 30 years. It started off as a fire truck repair facility for American La France. We're turning it into the support building for our velodrome. It was already here, why not reuse it, set it up so it can handle about 2,000 people coming and going from our track. Whether you're spectating or you're riding, you can find it in here. Refreshments, locker rooms, changing rooms, lavatories. Whether it's through the tunnel or through the steps up into the spectating area, you come into this building first. I'm standing at just about the top of the tunnel as it enters the infield. I'm looking around and I'm seeing our track, a 200-meter track with 45-degree banking in the turns, 13-degree banking in the straightaways, and I can just envision this wooden track with a beautiful green laminate all around the track, with riders racing around, blue line, red line, black line. I can see the crowds up in the stands. I can see the press box, cameras, lights. It's going to be very exciting. One of the challenges of bringing a velodrome to Neville Island, and specifically onto my manufacturing plant's property, is getting people in and out of this facility without causing a major traffic jam. We have an access road behind me that empties on and comes from Neville Road, which is the industrial road of Neville Island. We plan on using that to allow patrons to come into the facility, spectators to park on that side of the velodrome, riders to park on that side of the velodrome. So we'll have plenty of parking, easy access to get to our velodrome. I'm standing between turns 1 and 2 on the southern side of the velodrome. Behind me will be our 13 by 20 foot video board. In this area, we plan on having the ability to put a stage to provide for concert performances or other types of performances, whether it's music or live stage. We have our grandstands and seats over to the right. We'll have a press box and some standing room over to the left. We'll have LED fixtures in the ceiling with a tremendous amount of motion control and lighting capacity that will make the place a very exciting venue for any type of event.